Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Customs. Today, we'll show you just a little bit of general maintenance and how to keep up with your vehicle and check it out real well. This is the lady's everyday driver, the Mustang V6 automatic. It's a great little car, but I get it in here all the time to keep up with it and check it over. Probably why it's been a great little car. Let's first of all do a fluid check and look underneath the hood and see what we got going on. Alright guys, there's a good view of the engine compartment. Like I say, this is 3.8 V6. Had a lot of these, are great little motors. Let's go through. First thing I do is I always check the oil. And remember, don't just pull it and look at it. Pull it, wipe it off, good. Then re-stick it all the way and then check. Alright, it is just right below the full mark. It's due for an oil change, I can definitely see that. Alright, we'll let that be. Next is our brake fluid. Look, you can shake it and look at it. Now, open it up, visually see that it's full and it's at the proper level. Next, right down here is our power steering. It has a dipstick on it. It is right where it needs to be. Good deal. Odd to see a Ford that doesn't have a power steering leak, that's for sure. Alright, I just got back from the store, so I'm not going to pop the radiator cap. We don't need to get burnt. But we do have the overflow tank, and we can visually see if we look at it, because it's opaque, clear, that the antifreeze is at the proper level on the tank. So we know that that's good. Alright, get over here, check our belt. Twist your belt around. Can y'all see how I'm doing that? Twist that belt around and look for cracks like dry rot or any bad wear patterns. This one seems to be in a really good shape. Alright, hasn't been that long ago since we tuned it up. I know it needs a new air filter. I'm not even going to get into that. We'll do that when we do the oil change on her. Besides that, just a general look. Everything looks good. I don't see no leaks of any kind or anything that raise any issues. Hoses look good. They ain't got no dry rot or weather cracks or anything like that in them. A little dusty and dirty and needs a good cleaning, but in this old crappy weather, it's hard to keep one clean, that's for sure. Alright, transmission fluid. Normally what you would do is start your engine in park. While it's idling, grab the dipstick, and usually right down in here, this one's right here, and pull it out and look at it while it is running in park. That's the way you get your proper transmission level, which this one I know is fine. We ain't got no issues with it. Alright, now let's go ahead and raise her up and look underneath, and we'll do a good visual inspection and check up there. Got her raised up. Always looked up through here, the AC condenser, and make sure there ain't a bunch of leaves or trash up in there blocking the flow, and it looks fine. There's the bottom of our engine. You see that we've got a small leak right there around the oil pan. Yeah, besides that, there's some very small oil leaks here and there, which really doesn't matter because this spring we're rebuilding the motor for this thing anyway. But for now, I just want to keep it in good shape so she'll have something good to drive. There's all of our front end components. We'll jack up the front end here in a minute and check all of them really well. Run down through here. You can see I did put a set of dual exhaust on this V6. Some 40 series there. Alright, let's go ahead and check out. Sorry guys, trying to keep the light on everything so that y'all can see good whatever I'm doing. We definitely will check our U-joints. Grab. And no play there. No play there. But still, I want y'all to take a close look at them U-joints. And make sure they no rust coming out of the caps. Sometimes they'll be bad, but they will not have any play in them because it's just full of rust. But these are good. Now our rear end, we need to check the fluid in it. While we're back here, look at all of our bushings. There's our trailing arms. They all still look really well. Our upper control arms, they look fine as well. It's always the little things that get you if you don't check them out. Alright, that all looks good. Alright, rear brakes. It's hard for me to hold the light and the camera too, but I can see the brake pads in there and they look fine. This car does need some shocks and struts. That's something that we'll get into. Alright, let's go ahead and check the fluid in our rear end. And the way you do that, this plug right here, just use a 3/8 ratchet or a breaker bar. Pull that plug out. The fluid runs out, of course you know it's full. If not, you should take your pinky and stick it off in there, and it should touch the tip of your pinky. And that means it's full enough. Alright, let me grab a little breaker bar and we'll check that out. Alright, we'll just take the breaker bar right here. Yeah, ratchet would have been a little quicker, but that's okay. Alright, I just seen it start dripping out. So I do know that it's full. It's well worth the time to check. Make sure you get it threaded back in there correctly. Don't cross thread. Just tighten that down really well. We're going to get our front end raised up and check it out real well. At speed, this car's got a little vibration over here in this right front. The tires still look fine. I suspect a bad strut, but I do want to raise it up and check everything. Be better safe than sorry. Alright, let's get our jack all set up and we'll check her out. Well, we got her jacked up. I just put a couple boards on top of my jack, because I didn't want to use the arms because I wanted the A-frames to be free here. So I just jacked it up by the frame. It's good, and I do have the locks on. Alright, first thing we're going to do, tie rod in. Well, there's no play in that one. Alright, no play in that one. Now what I'm going to do, let me bring the camera out here. Jacked up. Well, as you see, we got the tire off the ground. The other one's just barely off the ground, but good enough. It's going to go in and out, this way and that way. Let's check our inner tire rods. Got no play on that one. We're going to check that one right quick. Other side's good. Now we'll take us a bar, underneath the tire, push up. What we're wanting to do is see if we have any play in the ball joints. And we do not. This front end is really good and tight. Check the other side. Let me get a better camera angle. All right, this is the ball joint right in here. That's what I'm wanting y'all to see. And what I do when I put the bar underneath it is raise up the tire. Now if that ball joint was bad, you would see it start to separate in between here. But it looks good on both sides, so that's a good thing. All right, we've done looked. We'll look again at our A-frame bushings. You see they look fine. No dry rots, no cracks or anything like that. No doubt. All right. So our issue has to be that we have a bad strut on this side, because the front end checks out perfect. It's really tight with nice even tire wear there. Both front tires look to be wearing the same. Yeah, looks pretty good, guys. Also, when we was checking out our front end, when we was doing this back and forth, and also with the pry bar, we would have had a bad wheel bearing that would have showed up then when we done that. But like I say, everything's good and tight on this one. Last but not least, check the tire pressure. That's something a lot of people don't think of. And I know you remember as a kid, if you got about a half of a flat tire on your bike, how hard it was to pedal and deal with. Car's the same way. It's going to struggle if the tire's not up to proper pressure. Let me run around here and top them all off, as they say. Well, we got all the tires aired up. Good news, they were all within 5 pounds of each other. That's a good thing. We got to show you don't have a leak somewhere or something like that. You'll get some variance when the temperature changes in your tire pressure. That's why I always like to keep an eye on it. Alright, well, let's drop her down. Checked out good on this one. Like I say, we know that we're going to have to do shocks and struts on it. And like I say, this spring, I'd really like to build a new engine for it. Mild, nothing way on out there. But now, I've got a chance to look it over and check it out. I know everything's in good shape, and I feel very confident putting old lady back in it, letting her go wherever she wants to with it. That's an important thing. You want to be safe. Like I say, better safe than sorry, that's for sure. Well guys, I know this ain't the big custom stuff, but this is part of life. You have to keep up your everyday drivers and take care of them. And yes, I did check the blinker fluid and it was fine, so no issues there. If y'all would, please leave me some comments, any questions, any suggestions that you have. I'm always up for it. And please hit that like and subscribe. Thank y'all.